Hello everyone, I am Saksham Sharma back with the updates to answer your queries on TCS MBA hiring. Before we move on to the comments part, let me tell you that we have created a course on Python and SQL, and this have been created by Abhishek Mishra, who is an industry expert and also an ex-TCS technical interview panel. And this course has been created from very basic that anybody with a non-technical background can also learn it. Okay, so as of now, Python and SQL are much in much demand in any IT company, and you can be from MBA background, but it is very important for all of you that you should understand what is programming, what is technology. It should not be a technical jargon for you. You don't know anything about it, and that is where I think this course can be really helpful for you, that you will understand the two most used programming language in IT company. And again, the course has been structured in a way that anybody from a non-technical background can understand this. So we are trying to create those courses which are in demand in the industry. And again, we are offering it at a very economical cost. You get a course, either of Python or SQL at just 799, and if you go for the combo of both SQL and Python, you further get it at a, just at 1299. But again, these two courses will do a lot of value addition in your profile, and it will help you to get a good projects. Okay, so do go for it if you have time, and upgrade yourself, because upgrading ourselves is very important in IT industry. Just for information, that I also still do some courses to upgrade myself, so that I remain relevant to the market, right? So very important that all of us remain updated, and that is where this kind of courses can actually help you. And you should definitely have a look at it, because we have brought the best creators to make the courses, and this is where you can learn from this courses. All right, so now coming back to the comments, before I take up the comments, I see some people having concern about their joining. See, I have been telling this again and again. If you ask me when your joining will come, I don't have an answer. Okay, because it is something that TCS will decide and TCS system will know. Okay, but what I can tell you is that joining is happening in batches. It always happens in batches. It happens quarter after quarter. Every quarter they have a certain number of freshers from every channel to be onboarded, like MBA, NQT, and Ninja, and sorry, Ignite and Smart. So they have proper workforce planning, and according to which they add candidates quarter on quarter. Okay, and that is how the joining happens. And then again, why it happens in batches? Because not everybody can be onboarded on the same time, because there is a limitations on training and development infrastructure. Okay, so when your joining will come, only TCS can tell you, but this is very sure that not everybody is getting on the same time. Two students of the same batch of the same class will not might not get the joining on the same time. This is also very much possible. So you have to only wait and watch to see when your joining will come. Okay, but you should be at least be positive about this fact that joining is happening. I see some of the comments are like that some people have got their joining after 1 year, some people have got joining there after 1.5 years. See, there are always exceptions, but we have to see what is majority, so, and you yourself can see people are getting their joining, right? And then there can be always exceptions, and then if you started treating exceptions as normal thing, definitely you will get anxious or depressed. So let's be positive and let's be practical. So joining is coming, and joining, two batches have got the joining, and then again your joining will come soon. The problem is that you are sitting idle at this point of time, and that is why this kind of thoughts continuously come to your mind, and you feed to anxiety by believing this kind of things, that it will come 1 year later, or it can come 1.5 year later. So basically use this time to upskill yourself. There are so many things which you can do. There are so many platforms on which you can learn new things, because I think this is the only time in your career where you are free, and you can learn something. Once your joining come and you will get a project, you will not get a chance to upgrade yourself in the areas you are weak, because then you will always have some project or company work to do. Okay, so don't sit idle, upgrade yourself, and if you upgrade yourself, you will get a good project, and your market value will increase. Your market value will not be just because you have an MBA degree, it will be because of what skills you have. Always remember, so use this time to skill yourself, then to just wake up every morning and see if your joining has come or not. It will come at its own time, and you cannot do anything about it. If you can do anything, then you can look for another job, right? And we have to be practical here. Okay, so be positive, and it has come for the two batches, and quarter is also ending. Maybe another batch of joining can come up in the next week, because usually joining heads up is given 2 weeks before, and I think next week it will be the right time if they have to onboard any batch. If not, then it will fall in the next quarter, which is October, November, and December, and the new batches might get the joining in the uh, quarter 3. All right, and whether you are included in that, only you will come to know from the mail. Nobody can tell you that. Okay, so just want to mention this to all the candidates who are asking when they will get their joining, because this is something you have to understand, because you cannot ask anyone when you will get your joining, because nobody can tell you. Okay, there is an ILP team, they have a system, they have certain criterias which they don't disclose, on which they issue the joining letters, and many students have got it right. So be patient, and give this time to upgrade yourself, and wait and watch, you will also get your joining. All right, so let's take up the comments with this hope, and I will not answer, I will skip all the comments that are just asking when you will get your joining. So in the TCS next step, ILP corner, the NSR pin cannot be submitted. What should I do? Will it cause any issue? Not a problem. When you will get a joining letter, you will be asked to upload all the documents again, and that is where you can upload the NSR pin as well. So it is completely fine. Hi sir, you told us that medical certificate which is to be submitted to CAS can be issued by any MBBS doctor, right? Both government and private doctors can, you can take it from them. There is a format, and that format you can find it from the link that I have given in the description box, and you also get the format along with the joining mail. And then along with the details to be filled in that, it has to be sealed by a doctor. So maybe his clinic or hospital seal, you can can be used for that purpose, and it's perfectly fine. It should be an MBBS doctor, minimum MBBS doctor. Ayurvedic and homeopathy doctors are not considered. So be it government, private, both is fine. So in previous batch of TCS MBA hiring, I think I already answered this. Okay, address this. Okay, Kushi, I addressed this. So please explain what will be our role as management trainee in the CBG department. Also, any chance when can our role get changed from MT? But you have to understand first thing that MT management trainee is a designation. It will be the same for everyone till 1 year. Okay, after 1 year, it would change to system analyst. The role will depend upon what kind of project you get. So CBG is a business unit, and under CBG there will be, I think CBG is Consumer Business Group, is what I understand. And under CBG there will be different projects. So depending upon the project and the requirement of that project, you will get the role. So if they need a business analyst, you will get the role of business analyst. If they are working on technology like SAP, Salesforce, and they need a consultant, for that you will get the role of SAP consultant. So basically you have to see what project you are getting, and you will come to know that in some time. Okay, sure, I think I already addressed this query. Okay, all right, next. So one of my friends has emailed TCS onboarding team regarding document submission, and they inform her not to submit a document until the joining is issued. Basically, it doesn't make a difference if you submit it or if you leave it as it is, because when you get your joining mail, you have to again upload all the documents. Why I recommend to submit the documents is because it has a 120 days background check team, gives a 120 days limit. So if 120 days passes and if your joining doesn't come, you should at least initiate a background check, so that if they have to finish it within 120 days, they have some documents to see, right? If you don't initiate it, then how come they will know? But honestly, it is not creating any issue whether you submit or not submit, because when you get your joining, you have to again upload, and then that is where they are doing VGC as of now, is what I have seen. All right, second query I have already answered. Okay, my father name is Appala Swami in 10th. Okay, all right. I read your comment. So basically, you should have a document that justify that what you have mentioned in the application form. You should have a proof of that, and I think you have an Aadhaar card with the same name, right? So it is completely fine. Okay, and you are getting your the father's name updated in your panel voter card. It is completely okay. If they reach out to you, ideally they will not. They just want a verification that what you mentioned in the application form, you should have some document. But if they ask you, then you can tell them that it has gone. You have already applied for the correction. It will come in some time, and they will consider that. Okay, next. HR connected me. He said when the business requirement will be there, you will be given joining letter in few weeks. See, absolutely. See, you have to understand this, that not every HR will know about your joining. It is ILP team that decide the joining. And if you ask somebody, you will get this kind of typical answer: when there is a business requirement, there will be joining. Of course, so this is a very generic answer to give to anybody, that when there is a business requirement, you will get your joining. When there is a business requirement, you will get the offer letter. So these are generic answer when people which people give. Okay, and exactly when your joining will come, they have a workforce plan, and ILP team is the concerned team which decide that. Not every HR will know that. So next step, portal, after uploading a document, it is showing pending for approval. Yes, only when your background check team will verify your documents, they will approve it. Till then, it will be pending for approval only. Actually, sir, long back during COVID times, I have worked with 4 companies, all total 671, because of financial issues and other reason. In EPFO, if all companies exit date is marked, then will there be issue? I can say the real reason. See, basically, you work in 10 companies, it is not a problem. The problem is, when I have highlighted this many times, when you leave a company without serving the notice period and you don't have the experience letter. If you have worked in 4 companies and if you have the experience letter of all the 4 companies, it will never be a problem. All right. So, please ensure that you have the experience letter from all the company, and that is completely fine. Next, dear sir, hope you are doing great. I'm a core HR. Okay, I have read your comment. Basically, you have to understand one thing, that most of the HR candidates with HR background wants HR role, but this hiring is for techno function roles. So initially, you have to work into techno function roles, and that should be, your preparation, because there are very few HR requirements, because HR is a support function, and there are not many HR requirements. Okay, so if any HR requirements comes in the future after you join, then you can check with the RMG team. You can check initially also, that if there any HR requirement, core HR role requirement in the branch, they might propose you there for an interview internally, but there are less chances. Still you can check, but if there are no HR roles, then you have to take up techno function roles. And don't worry, you will not be doing a single role throughout your life. You can always ask for the change after some time, and it should be completely fine with you. TCS off-campus institute interview results, there is no update by TCS sites, and this is very disappointing, because it is now very long that results are awaited, and they are not giving clarity when the results will be announced. Next. Okay, so all the joining and offer letter mails, I have already told you that you will get your joining and offer letter on time. So please wait for that. Okay, Ramkishore, I think I have already answered this. Definitely, all the candidates who have got their offer letter will get their joining letter as well. Time can vary. Stay updated. Respond to TCS if they send you the survey mail, or if they send you any other mail. Okay, because they are not doing time pass of releasing offer letters and not giving joining. And definitely they want candidates, so joining will come for sure. Okay, all right. I'm currently working at a company. Each day feels like hell over there. Hence, I've been eagerly waiting for TCS joining letter. See, you have to understand that the joining will come at its own time, and the place where you are currently working, you should not feel like hell or something. I know it might be challenging for you, but have a positive outlook. You never know if you get a more difficult role in TCS compared to what you are doing in your company. You never know that, right? And then there are challenges in every role. In TCS also, in TCS role also there will be some challenges. So be positive. Every role teaches us something. Uh, okay, because this mentality will help you to pass your days in the current company. Okay, and when TCS joining will come, leave that and join TCS. Okay, all right. Okay, next, thank you for guidance and motivation. Okay, majority joining. See, you have to understand there is nothing like majority joining. Okay, joining comes in batches because there is a workforce addition plan for every quarter, and then according to which the joining happens for different candidates from different channels. MBA hiring is one channel, NQT is one channel, Ignite and Smart hiring is another channel. So they have certain numbers to be onboarded from every channel. Okay, so it will not be like that on one particular day everybody will get their joining, right? It will happen as per their workforce planning, number one. Number two is that that even they cannot onboard everyone at the same time, because the training and development team also have infrastructure limitation, right? So that has also been taken care of while onboarding the candidates. Okay, so please understand this. Okay. All right, so I think we have covered all the comments. Thank you so much. Be patient about your joining. It will let's hope that it will come soon. Thank you so much.